Hi you guys, Marc Jospitre here, and I want to welcome you into this live feed every Monday at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, so that's 1 p.m. Eastern Time. I am giving you some of my thoughts and what I'm doing, and share with you maybe things that's gonna help you for your week. So it's just to start you during your week and make you into that right state of mind so you can start walking toward that life that you want. And I hope that you had a fantastic weekend, because for me it was just spectacular. I had the privilege of assisting to a seminar with my mentor, Bob Proctor, and which he was in Los Angeles doing a seminar on paradigm shift. And if you don't know what a paradigm is, that's something that you must have and you must know, because if you don't work on your paradigm, you will never be able to start walking toward that life that you want. But that paradigm is just like shifting. That seminar just shifting my mind and helped me to understand, because I'm studying this material now for over 4 years. But at this time, it was so different because I've been studying and I've been learning about this. Thank you for watching, you guys. Thank you for joining. And it's just changed everything for me, because, again, I know about this material, but often you've got to go back into something in order to set your mind into the proper guidance and have the proper guidance and understanding from a different perspective or a different point of view. And that is exactly what those seminars are doing. So if you never attended to one of those seminars, I will invite you to sign up into one. You don't have to go to the Bob Proctor's one. You can go to other one. You know, there's a lot of different coaches now and mentors and people which have been studying this type of material for many, many years. So, but do this for yourself. Like, give this gift for yourself. To maybe it's just gonna put your mind into another frequency, another level, and that's gonna give you that kick to say, you know what, I'm gonna start walking toward that life that I truly want to live. But what I said last week to you is that persistence is paramount for you to be able to achieve and to get to your goal. And it's not that you haven't reached your goal. It's not that the goal is not happening. It's happening. But you must have persistence if you want to embrace it. Because you already have it. As soon as you set up the goal, you already have it at the spiritual level. You already have it at the intellectual level. The only place you cannot enjoy that goal is at the physical level. Is on this plane that we all live in. And actually we've been conditioned to live only on this plane, that physical form that we're living in. But that's not all. You have to first have it at the spiritual level and at the intellectual level. And then, only then, when you continue and you keep that persistence, that you can start embracing this at the physical level and start having it in your hand and share it with your friends and family and everybody that you love. But what I said last week is I'm going to share with you what is my routine, because persistence is something that you can work on. You know, having a desire that is inside. You know, working on your desire, working on truly what you want, that is something that it's very hard to fabricate. You've got to have the desire. The desire is something that you discover. It's inside of you. That's your gift. That's your talent. That's your ability. That's something that you truly want to walk towards. You cannot manufacture a desire. It's very hard to do. Actually, I don't know anybody who has manufactured a desire. It's something that it's come from within. So if you have a gift to be like a musician or an artist or something of that nature, that desire is inside, and it seeks expression to and through you. So it's already in there. You have to discover your desire. But persistence is something that you can manufacture. That's something that you can work at. And what I said last week is I'm going to help you. I'm going to share with you what I'm doing and what I did over the past 2 years, because I know this material for many, many years. I've been on and off studying this material since the beginning of 2000. That's truly when the first time that I encountered this type of material, and I just realized, oh my God, you know, there's more that I can do with my life. But truly applying myself, truly starting studying and being emotionally involved with that type of material, I started this about 4 years ago. but I had to create persistence. I had to create a habit, something to make this a habit and be persistent at training myself into creating that state of mind, so I am on it every single day of my life. And that is the most difficult thing to do, because everything you're doing is through habits. So you've been conditioned in a way that you are doing the same thing over and over again without even having any conscious thought about what you're doing. When you're waking up in the morning, you start a routine, and most of you are not even aware that what you're doing is counterproductive. So you have to start taking an assessment about what you're doing, and if what you're doing is in line with your goal and what you want to achieve. So that is the very first step. But when you did that, then you've got to implement into your life something that's going to help you to create that persistence, to create that state of mind that's going to keep you on track. So you're going to continue moving toward that very goal, that things that you want so bad, that desire that's coming from within that you want to express to the world. Okay? So what I do, the very first thing that I do is I always do a list of 10 things that I'm grateful for. And this is coming from my mentor, which is the CEO of our company, Procter Gallagher Institute. Her name is Sandy Gallagher. If you Google her, you're going to see that she sold $100 billion into the banking world. So she was acquiring banks, selling banks, she was merging banks, creating IPOs, all kind of different things. Worked in Wall Street. She was one of the best lawyers into the banking world in the United States. And when she encountered this type of material, she was, oh my God, I think I'm going to drop my banking, my law practice, and I'm going to get involved into this. And now she's the CEO of our company, and she's a part owner of this company, and she's doing phenomenal and created a program to change your mind, to change everything that you want to do. But she started, and she asked Bob one day, she's like, how do I get always on course with what I want to create and what I want to experience in my life? And Bob said to her, you've got to do 3 things. First of all, you're going to do a list of 10 things that you're grateful for. And gratitude is very important. Gratitude is the ladder that brings you to the top. Because if you're not grateful for what you already have, what you already created in the past, you cannot continue creating. You've got to be thankful and grateful for everything that you've done in the past, which brought you where you are right now. Okay, so that's the very first step. So do 10 things that you're grateful for. So I write a list, and I always start the same way. I'm so happy and grateful now that. So it could be now that I'm a consultant with Procter Gallagher Institute. Now that Bob Proctor is my mentor. Now that I have a beautiful family. And don't be lazy, you know. Sometimes I do this with my client and I say, you have to do a list of 10 things you're grateful for. And they said, do I have to write everything? Yeah, don't be lazy, you know. There's no shortcuts to get really what you want in your life. So don't be lazy. I'm so happy and grateful now that I have a beautiful family. I'm so happy and grateful now that, and write it down, okay? So 10 things that I'm grateful for. Then after, I take 5 minutes and I meditate. It could be prayer if you believe in God, if you have like a God that you are worshiping. It could be meditation if you are not believing in God. It could be, if you're an atheist, it could be in asking guidance for yourself. So you ask guidance. You ask guidance to help you be on course and be aware of everything that's coming into your experience. So when you're asking guidance, what's going to happen is you're going to get some insight. You're going to get some thought. You're going to get some people that's going to come into your experience and giving you the answers of things that, questions you might have, or help that you're needing to move towards or tackle a problem, the challenge that you might have. So that is what this guidance section, so thinking about asking for help and being aware and being alert that this help is going to come, okay? Then you're sending love to 3 people that bothers you. I remember when I was doing a workshop a 3-hour workshop and someone says like only 3, like can I send love to other people? I said, wow, maybe you have a problem, you know, if there's so many people that bothers you. But if there's people bothering you, which is more than 3, I mean, send love. What you're doing is you're releasing that negative vibration, that negative energy that is locked up inside of you with those people. And you don't want to have any negative vibration in your experience whatsoever. So when there's negative experience that coming into your experience, make sure that you're releasing it. Don't hold it back. Don't have, you know, that revenge and that vengeance and all those energy and all those feelings which are not congruent and are not aligned with success and with achieving great things and being in that beautiful state of vibration. Okay, so you got to release it. So that is the 3 things like into that gratitude list. After that, I do a list of 6 things, 6 action steps that I must do to get closer to my goal. So that could be, okay, follow up on some prospect. That could be make some cold call. That could be work on that proposal that we need to do. That could be working on this new project that I have in mind and start like drafting it. All those things that you must do. And do a list of 6 steps. If you haven't done all those 6 steps, and by the way, when you do one of those 6 steps, focus entirely upon that step. Don't think about step 2. Like, don't put your mind and your attention on it. Just put all of your attention and all of your focus, your will, into that very thing that you're doing at that moment. That is so key, because if you can do that, if you can focus on one thing, you can focus on anything. Okay, so you do step 1, then when you're done with step 1, you do step 2. When you're done with step 2, do step 3, and then you continue like this to everyone. If you have no time, and if you don't have the time to do all of the 6 steps, then you just put it for the following day. Don't get excited about this. Don't put yourself into a bad vibration because you haven't achieved and completed all the steps that you have. Okay. So that is what you must do with the 6 steps. Then after that, what I do is I read something that I created to put me into that mindset for achieving the goal that I want. So through this, I have some paradigm shift. I have some work on my paradigm, which if you want to know a little bit more about paradigm, I'm going to put a link there that you can hit me and I can explain to you truly what a paradigm is. But I work on this, so I created a list where I'm reading this, and that's just to put me into that state of mind that I must work on all those things every single day. Then after that, I read a statement that I did, which is my main chief aim in life. So that is my big goal. That is what I want to achieve, where I want to go. And I read this every single day. Why? Because this puts me into that state that this is why I'm working on all this. This is why I'm ready to pay the price. Hi Jeff, welcome. This is why I'm doing all those things. It's because of that big, huge goal that I have, that big, huge aim that I have. And that is a very good reminder. So when you are struggling, you just have to put yourself back into that state of mind. Oh yeah, this is why I'm doing all this. So by reading this, it just makes me into that great state of mind. And in all this, I have all aspects of my life. You know, what type of impact I want to create in this world. What type of business do I want to have? What type of relationship I want to have in my family? What type of property do I want? What type of vacation? So all those things, I put this into a statement, which is the statement of my life. And that's what I'm working toward. Then after, I'm reading a self-confidence formula, which I mentioned. If you want to have that self-confidence formula, you can hit me. Just write into the text right now, like into the comment box, as you know, I would like to have this self-confidence formula, and I'm going to share it with you. This is so powerful. I'm reading this already for many months which I've been on and off, but now it's part of the daily routine. I do not skip that. And that's very important because, again, it puts you into that state of mind which you want to be in if you want to be able to be aware of everything that must happen in your life and everything that you want to happen in your life so you can get closer to your goal. Then after that, after my self-confidence formula, I'm reading a chapter into the book Think and Grow Rich. Actually, I'm reading 2 chapters. One is on autosuggestion, which is a very important chapter. If you don't know about that book, Think and Grow Rich, which I have here, this book is so powerful. You must read this book if you want to have a life which is filled with abundance. And that chapter on autosuggestion, basically it tells you what you must do every single day to be able to set your mind the right way, which is autosuggestion, self-suggestion, self-administrated suggestion. So it is that talk that you have with yourself every single day. And by the way, all of you are having that talk. Whether you believe it or not, it's irrelevant. You're doing it. But most of us we learn and we've been conditioned to do this on the negative part. Oh, I'm not good. Oh, I'm not good enough for this. I cannot do this. That is self-suggestion. Is you suggesting yourself that you're not good. So if you're not working on your mind, if you're not working at implementing good thoughts in your mind, bad thoughts going to come automatically. It's like weed. Weed will grow whatever. If you're not taking care of your garden is going to go out of control. And whatever is going to grow there. And some of them it's going to be nice and some of them is going to be not nice. So what do you want? What type of thoughts do you want in the garden of your mind? And if you want good thoughts, you must work at it. You know, I love the garden analogy because if you are a gardener, if you have a plant, and you know exactly what I mean, because if you're not paying attention to the garden, there's all gonna come a crap. There's all kind of crap that's gonna come into it, and it's gonna grow, and it's gonna take over the beautiful plant and the beautiful flowers you have there. So it's very much important. It's so much important. It's key that you are putting attention into your garden, and your garden is your mind. So your conscious mind, you got to make sure that what you're putting in there is positive, is helping you. It's in line with what you want to achieve. All right? So I'm reading this chapter, and then I'm reading another chapter that I can share with you if you write a comment in the comment box that you would like to know what I'm doing and why I do this. So I read those 2 chapters out loud, and then I do my exercise on the paradigm, which, as I said, I'm going to share this if you write a comment into the box that you want to know a little bit more about that. That is my routine. It takes me between 60 to 90 minutes every morning. And I know a lot of you says, I don't have time for that. No, you don't take the time for it. Because if you're not taking the time to take care of your mind and to nourish your mind with good thoughts, basically you are agreeing and you letting your mind being damaged with bad thoughts or with whatever information which is coming from the outside, with the news, with people's like complaining and whining about whatever's happening in their life. So you've got to take the time. This is not having time or not having time. It's you must take the time to empower your mind with the proper thoughts and the proper state of mind to be able to move in the direction that you want. All great leaders, all great achievers in all realms of life. You know, we're talking about the Elon Musk and the Warren Buffett and the Steve Jobs, which is no longer with us, but all those people are spending a huge amount of time every single day making sure that their mind is at the right place. And that is what makes them successful. And that allows them as well to surround themselves with that same type of people. They don't want to have negative people in their environment. And if you talk to successful people, they never let anybody with bad thoughts and a bad mood and a bad attitude come into their inner circle. They're very, very protective of their inner circle because that is a key to success. So make sure that you are working on this. Make sure you are creating a routine. You don't have to take the same routine, and you don't have to believe me on that. What I want you to believe is to create your own routine, create your own state of mind to make sure that you are in the most positive state to be able to achieve and walk toward that life that you want. And you will see life is so much better. Life is so more beautiful. Since I've been doing this, we had like a very bad event that happened on Friday. But because I'm in control of the way I'm thinking, I was able to look at the situation in a different way and stay calm and stay in control. Because Thomas Troward said, order is heaven's first law. You have to have order in your mind if you want to have order in your life. So I hope that this is helping you today, that is helping you this week to put your mind into the right state, in the right order. And if you want to have more information about the coaching that I'm doing, if you want to have a session with me, which by the way, first session is free. First session, when you are getting with me, I will show you how I work and how I can help you to achieve whatever you want. And you might have a lot already, but maybe you feel stuck. And if you want me to help you, just write down your comment or hit me in private message. I know that some of you do not like to show that you are looking to better yourself, but that is by far the best investment that you will ever do in your life. So make sure that you're investing in yourself and see what's going to happen in your life, and your life is just going to be an absolutely beautiful trip, and you deserve that. You know, the chances that you are here on this planet are so little, You have one bite at the apple. Make sure that your life is full with beautiful things and that you are advancing and going toward that life that you always wanted to have. So enjoy, have a fantastic day. Yeah, Tristan. Yeah, baby. And make sure that your life is full of surprise and beauty. And I'll see you next Monday, same time, 11 a.m. Mountain Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Have a fantastic week. Ciao.